Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, or I guess I should say Max. My real life name is Max, and this is going to be a bit more of a real life talk, sort of discussing the future of the channel and why things may be a bit hectic for the next couple weeks. Currently, I am extremely stressed. I'm actually even losing weight because I'm not eating enough. I'm a bit of freaking out trying to do a big, complicated move. As you can see, the frickin' shelves are very empty. Everything is going into boxes. But before we go into all the nitty-gritty details of what's going on there, I do want to say a gigantic, heartfelt thank you. I don't get to talk about this enough, and I don't really like to get into analytical details and stuff, but the channel has just been growing and growing and growing for the last couple of years so consistently. But specifically, I love to thank you guys for all the love on the reviews. Right now, things are very, very messy in real life. I'm trying to just deal with a bunch of crap. I like that the channel is very, very steady. A lot of times I'm getting 1 million views or 2 million views a month, and that's because you guys just show so much support on those game reviews. They get watched forever. A lot of times, even if I don't upload stuff because there's no big news topics, those reviews just keep growing because of your dedicated support. So beyond anything else, I truly owe you guys the biggest, heartfelt thank you for just supporting me for years and helping stuff just snowball to be bigger and bigger and bigger. But let's talk about what's going on in the future. A lot of times people say that they like my reviews a lot, they like my gaming rants, they like me talking about news topics, but one thing that sort of happens sometimes is people get upset about what I don't talk about. There's only so many hours in the day. I'm a normal guy. I'm constantly trying to hang out with my friends and hang out with my girlfriend and stuff like that, so sometimes I miss stuff. But lately, while I've been trying to handle this move, some people have been more forceful about, why aren't you reviewing this? Why aren't you talking about that? Let's all just be super chill for a bit. I actually, in a way, I really appreciate the fact that people are kind of forceful with what they want me to talk about. I'm glad that I have a subscriber base that tells me what you want to watch. It definitely helps me decide what's worth my time, what I should ignore, stuff like that. I appreciate all the feedback. But what's going on right now is this is the house I've been living in for the last 2 years, and I've liked it here a lot. It's in Dallas. I've always loved living in Dallas. Super freaking great. Well, unfortunately, my lease is up, and before I could even extend it, some crappy banking corporation bought this house. So now I gotta move out, and I gotta move out quick. Okay, that sucks. But now I'm trying to move in with my girlfriend. We're getting a place together, so we're trying to set up the internet and all those stuff. She's also an artist, so we're going to be doing a shared studio thing. I'm very, very excited for the future, but right now, it's just the difficulty of trying to figure out how to set things up again. My life is very, very hyper minimalist. I know it seems strange to say that because you see my video game background, but I actually own almost nothing. I have about 500 books. I'm very, very into reading. So you can see I have Patrick Rothfuss's Name of the Wind and some Jim Butcher books right here and stuff. But for the most part, I'm very much just the kind of guy that likes to sit in an empty room and hang out. And that's why I'm sort of toying with the idea of trying to sell off my game collection, and in the new spot, just doing everything on green screen. I think what I'm going to try and do is pretty much sell off all of my possessions. My game collection is 3,000 games or something, and some of those are incredibly rare. Stuff like the .hack games. I've got some sealed Game Boys and stuff like that. My thought is that if I can sell my game collection off for a couple $1,000s, maybe I can try and get a house at some point. To be quite clear, right now I've been feeling kind of stressed and kind of depressed because of losing this place. I liked working here. I liked living here. I like the fact that I can just sit down and film stuff at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. I feel like being a YouTuber is incredibly freeing in a lot of ways. It is the best job in the freaking universe. I love that I get to just play video games and yell about stuff on the internet all day, every day. But I hate moving. The fact that I've had to move so many times, in the last 6 years, I've moved 3 times. Pretty much every 2 years, some bank or something happens to my lease and I end up having to move again. And it's really starting to tear me down because I've never had a home. I've moved like every year or two my entire life. I went to 10 different schools growing up. We moved so much. And then as an adult, I'm just constantly having to move and move and move because freaking rent keeps going up, because leases are so freaking erratic. It's just, it's making me wish that I could just have a house. And it's going to be empty. Like, it's not like I even need a big house, but I'm sort of just venting here because I'm glad I can be honest with the camera and sort of tell you guys what I'm thinking. But my plan is to try and start doing more content, maybe more long form videos, perhaps doing some sponsored stuff like Surfshark ads or HelloFresh ads and stuff like that over the course of this next year to try and finally buy a house so I can just set up a permanent studio. But even more than that, I own nothing. Like, this is a secret dream of mine that some of y'all in the comment section may laugh about. But I am excited. I want to own a house that's empty. I like the idea of owning nothing. I want to live in a big, empty house, or not a big house, but I'd like the idea of living in a 2 or 3 bedroom house or something that has nothing in it. I want to just make videos, hang out with you guys, play some stuff on my consoles, and then have a bed to sleep in, and maybe some workout stuff. I like the idea of just giving up all my earthly possessions and just being the gaming monk. But in order to do that, I do have to try and find a way to save up, and I do think part of that is just liquidizing a lot of my possessions. But what does this mean for the game channel? It just basically means that going forward, I am going to try and work even harder to churn out that great content. I want to keep making big, dramatic, cool videos, talking about the hottest topics, digging into the greatest and latest games, all that sort of stuff. But you may see ads here and there as I try and basically stop having to deal with moving. I am stressed and I am depressed. I just want to set things up. I just want a forever home. I just want a spot where I can sit down and make videos and not have to worry about the time limit to the next lease. It's been a crazy time. I'm going to try and figure out how to do this. The plan is to be done moving by the end of May. I currently have the new place already. I'm trying to do things like the reviews here. The problem is that the new house is very, very far away, so it's not like I can just pop over to it, but I am trying to do like weekend trips there, paint the place, come back, yada, yada, yada. But what I'm basically saying is that videos for the rest of May are going to be erratic. Some stuff I'm going to miss. Some games I'm going to miss. Some topics that may be big and pressing and hot, I may have to get to it a couple days late. Just please do me a favor. Like the videos whenever they show up. Even if you don't watch the whole video, please watch the videos. Give them a like. Help me out here just so they still get spread in the analytics. And things will get back to normal, hopefully by the beginning of June. As it currently stands, I am just losing my mind a little bit trying to solidify all the details. I can honestly say this is one of the most stressful things I've ever had to deal with, but I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the fact that I do have this rock. I do appreciate that people here seem to care about the games and me talking about the games. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and please keep dreaming. Okay, I gotta pack all this up. Boxes! Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.